to Jar Jar Binks, and now yousa will too, on today's Nerdist Newsa. God damn it. There are many mysteries still left in the Star Wars universe. Who are Rey's parents? Is Boba Fett alive? What did the Ewoks do after the Golden God abandoned them on Endor? And perhaps the biggest mystery of all, what the hell happened to Jar Jar Binks after he convinced the Senate to turn over emergency powers to Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, thereby bringing down the Republic? Of course, given the fan frenzy that stokes the laser furnace of the Star Wars universe, there's been no shortage of theories. For instance, a heavily upvoted Reddit thread submitted by Redditor Lumpa Waru hypothesized that Jar Jar was not simply just a dim-witted, fish-eyed racist stereotype manipulated by a savvy politician, but was in fact a Sith master pulling Palpatine's strings, and suggests that Binks' true identity is none other than that of Supreme Leader Snoke, though we've always found that one hard to swallow given Snoke's rusty British baritone in Force Awakens. Then there's LucasArts' action-adventure game The Force Unleashed, which contains an Easter egg showing Jar Jar frozen in carbonite in the Imperial Kashyyyk trophy room, suggesting that while he's not exactly walking around, he is, in the words of C-3PO himself, quite well protected if he survived the freezing process, that is. Then there's the old internet assertion that he quit his job to get into the foot-licking fringe fetish business. I buy that so much more than the other ones. Even Force Awakens director and Spielberg sweetheart J.J. Abrams had a plan for the hapless Gungan. In a 2015 interview with Vanity Fair, he stated, quote, "I have a thought about putting Jar Jar Binks' bones in the desert there. I'm serious, only 3 people will notice, but they'll love it." And we would have loved a dead desert Binks, even though our guess is millions more than 3 people would have noticed. I mean, we've already gotten about 200 emails from people who noticed that the Gungan getting its tootsies licked in this pic we just showed has boobies, and that was like 30 seconds ago. So what did happen to Binks, dead or alive, Sith or skeleton? Well, thanks to the publication of Chuck Wendig's Lucas-approved novel, Star Wars Aftermath: Empire's End, we finally have an answer. That answer is now canon, and spoiler alert, it is sad. Not sad, like someone dropping a kitten down a well, which would also make me furious, and sad. But more like universally despised comic foil receives tragic comeuppance, sad. Here's the deal. The book takes place roughly between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens and contains an interlude set on Naboo in which a young orphan boy named Mappo happens upon a Gungan clown who's entertaining a bunch of kids by splashing around in a street fountain, bulging his eyes out and puffing up his cheeks. Mappo says hello, and the Gungan introduces himself, Misa Jar Jar, ending almost a decade of mostly ambivalent speculation. Jar Jar goes on to explain that, like the orphan boy Mappo, he also has more than a few reasons to be sad. Quote, "Jar Jar making some mistakens. Disa hissin Naboo, tink I help the empire." To paraphrase, Jar Jar is lamenting the fact that the people of Naboo have accused the Gungan of collaborating with the Empire and thrusting the galaxy into years of darkness. Now a scapegoat to the survivors of the Emperor's reign, Jar Jar has been forced to beg on the streets of Naboo by assuming the role of fountain clown. So there you have it. He's not a frozen trophy, nor is he a Sith puppet master. He's just a heartbroken transient with no family and a bunch of dead friends. Clearly, the author is slipping in his own character commentary to satisfy the world's Binks haters. Whether he succeeded or not is up to you guys. No word on whether he likes licking feet, though. That could still be a thing. It could. I'm just saying. Either way, thanks for the closure, Star Wars. Now we can all sleep at night. Do you guys think that this was a satisfying way to end the Jar Jar saga? Does Binks get a bad rap? Have the Ewoks split into 2 warring factions? Those that believe C-3PO was a god and those who think he was just a bot? Let's discuss. And a very special thanks to The Great Wall in theaters now for sponsoring today's show. Starring Matt Damon, The Great Wall tells the story of an elite force making a valiant stand for humanity on one of the world's most iconic structures. Go to thegreatwallmovie.com to learn more and get your tickets now.